So today we're going to be talking about sections and intraday profiles. What are actually sections? Sessions actually focus on the timing, price level, and expected price movement within a specific trading period. For Forex, these are actually the important sessions you should actually focus on. Asian session 2000 to 000. This is for Asian session. London open session, it's 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock. And London launch 5 till 7. New York open 7 till 10. London close 10 to 12. So these are the important sessions for Forex. Then for indices, you got your Asian session open 20 to 0 and your London open 2 to 5. And for your New York and New York AM and New York PM also, they are all there. So for your time zone should actually be UTC minus 5. That's your time zone. I forgot to actually put this down. UTC minus 5. New York. This is your time zone. You can go to your settings here, tap on the chart, and go to scale and lines. Go to symbol, and you can see time zone UTC minus 5 New York. So going lower, what are actually intraday profiles? Intraday profiles are the advanced form of market profile used to break down the daily candles range into manageable segments, each specific fractals. Intraday profile only work when incorporated with a key level and PDRA matrix or dealing ranges. This is important. Note this. Going down, here are some important intraday profiles. Normal protraction profile, delayed protraction profile, New York continuation, and New York reversals. There are some illustrations down below here. London open expands, New York a little bit retracement, London close expand into our key level or our drawn liquidity. Then for the second scenario, London opens, dips into key level, you got a turtle soup, then London launch, then New York retracement profile, then expansion, London close expansion towards key level or final drawn liquidity. So study these images because this will actually be your blueprint as an intraday trader or a day trader. So this is actually delayed protraction profile where London opens, rallies, London moves lower a bit, then rallies, lower, then rallies. Then this is the second scenario. No much move. just range, moves downwards, rallies, range, downwards, sweeping this low, then London close, expansion into our final draw on liquidity. So going down, here we see New York protraction profile. Here, London rallies, moves lower, New York open, expansion for higher prices. So here is another example. London opens with this move here, goes higher, retrace, consolidate a little, then New York sweeps this low created by London. This begins the New York protraction profile and expands higher. So yeah, New York reversal profile 1 and 2. This is where London actually opens, maybe consolidates, then New York dips into a key level, then reverse. And here London opens, expands into, let me see, I haven't actually talked about drawn liquidity yet, so maybe as we go further, I will come back and talk about this. Maybe sweeps your drawn liquidity over here, then our major drawn liquidity was actually this low. This is actually just a manipulation to take out those people here. So sweeping this drawn liquidity here and tapping on our key level, New York opens with this move, sweeps this low, this high, and tapping on the key level, expansion, London close, retrace, then reverse completely downwards to our major draw on liquidity. So New York reversal profile 2. So here, this was London's session low. New York actually sweeps London session low into our key level before expanding higher. London consolidates, New York takes London sessions low, then expansion, then London close, retracement, then you got your reversal. So this is actually just a tip of the iceberg of what time is actually all about. Time actually has its own chapter. So this is just actually preparing you for what's ahead. This is not actually the base or the basic use of time, but this will actually give you a hindsight of what the market will actually do. So going to the chart, let me give you some examples. Okay, let's go to lower time frame. So you can actually use this indicator here, ICT Q zones and pivots, TFO. Here are the session boxes: Asian session, London, New York AM, and New York close. All these are the important sessions. You can screenshot my settings for your own use later. So here, let me start with yesterday's price action. Let me start with these 3 last price action. So you can actually see the normal intraday profile here. London opens. This was Asian session range. This range is Asian session range. So London opens, manipulation above, New York expansion lower, and we got this expansion lower was actually a manipulation for higher prices because we actually bullish. The order flow is actually bullish. We're breaking below lows, and we're sweeping lows and actually breaking highs. So this whole move was a expansion lower or manipulation lower, anyone you call it. So here you actually got an order block entry. Let me actually take this off. This gray area is Asian, and the red area is actually London, and the blue is New York session, and the green is London close, where you actually close your trading for the day. So here there was a retracement into this order block over here, which actually is a high probability order block. Why? Because it actually swept liquidity with this move. So this actually makes this a high probability order block. And so New York opens, retracement into this order block, expansion lower, to actually clear out all this liquidity void over here. All these are liquidity voids and dipping into a key level as well. Then after clearing out all these liquidity voids, then reversal profiles actually starts when London close, expansion higher, retracement lower, and you got your 5 minute order block, then expansion for higher prices. So let me show you how the higher time frame actually looks like. So here, you can see this was the total soup, and I actually got this trade from this low here, high. So moving on to the daily time frame, this is actually a CRT low and a CRT high, which can actually be used as a key level. So using the CRT high as our key level here, using this as our key level, and going into the 4 hour time frame, there's actually a breakout block. So the market actually rebalanced this imbalance and balancing this liquidity void over here. This is the imbalance here. Okay, then moving lower. So here we are, moving lower. You can see how price actually reacted from this imbalance over here. Then we got a reversal profile for higher prices. So moving on to the next day, what actually happens? London, this Asian range over here. London actually just ranged a little. Then what actually happened during New York? New York range and manipulation, sweeping this low. Then London close, expansion. This is actually New York / London reversal profile. So here, let's incorporate this with a higher time frame. So here we are. This other block over here. Why did I actually choose this other block and I didn't choose this? It's because this is actually a reclaimed order block, and you can see how the market actually respected the body of this candle nicely. So, and this is actually more larger and more bulky than this over here. So I'm using this as my key level. So yeah, we got our key level, and if you look closely, we got our candle range high and candle range low over here. Draw on liquidity and range low. So from the forward time frame, you actually go to the 15-minute time frame. So you can see how I incorporated this with the higher time frame. So dips into a key level. This whole move downward was a manipulation. When you're bullish, don't enter at those. Wait for a manipulation below an old low before you start looking for longs. So dipping into this key level, this was New York session, and you got your total soup and expansion. That's New York reversal and London close expansion. So moving on to the next day, which was actually Friday's profile. So this whole market profile is actually what? Remember the diagram. So let me just give you 1 minute to actually glance through this, and you'll tell me which profile is this. This is you got your Asian range. This is actually London, and this is New York. And so tell me which section this is. So this is actually the normal protection profile, which is Asian session range, London expansion, New York retracement, then expansion for higher prices. So let me actually incorporate this with the higher time frame narrative. So here, our daily draw on liquidity was actually this high over here. If you look over here, all these are actually low resistance liquidity run. All these are low resistance liquidity run. So, and the market is actually bullish, sweeping low, breaking highs, sweeping low, and breaking highs. So I was actually bullish throughout last week and this week, and I actually called this live on the mentorship Telegram channel. So here on the daily time frame, this was actually respected nicely. You can see the large wick rejection. Remember, coming back to the large wick, it actually shows sign of a good bullish rejection. So this large wick, and here we'll focus on this profile because I actually explained this. So here, if you look here, we got what? We got this high. So remember how I actually outlined a bullish breakup block. That was actually a breakup block or mitigation block, anyone you call it. So sweeping this low, breaking above this high, retracement back to this high, then expansion higher. So yeah, this is your breakup block. So your focus should be on this high here. And so see, same structure here. We actually swept this low over here with this move. Sweeping this low over here and breaking above this high. So drawing this out becomes our new for our key level for higher prices. Why did I use this as a key level? You can see our draw on liquidity is still actually higher. So I use this as my key level. So if we have actually completed our draw on liquidity, then maybe I'll be looking for reversal signs. But our draw on liquidity was still higher. So you can see how price actually tapped on this key level nicely and also rebalanced the imbalance here over here. So sweeping this low here, range, low, swept, and our final target was actually this high. So going from the 4-hour time frame to the lower time frame, here taps on the key level, sweeping this low into the key level, then London expands, then New York retracement into the breakup block before expanding towards our drawn liquidity. So New York retracement into this breakup block. So yeah, that's the breakup block. And also sweeping this low before tapping on the breakup block. Then expansion higher. So let me use the normal market profile. Expansion, range, retracement towards our lower time frame key level, then expansion or continuation higher. So London session, this is actually a normal protraction profile, which Asian range, London expands higher, New York offers a continuation for higher prices. So there will be no actually question and answer session for today. But there will actually be quiz. Yeah. There will be no question and answer session for today, but there will be quiz on the Telegram channel. So it might be Saturday or Sunday, but I will notify everyone so you all get prepared. And the last assignment I actually gave, just a few people actually submitted, and it's not actually good. So you all should actually study very hard and implement this on your charts. That will be all.